Hey, it's me again, Mr. Jamar Largo de la Cruz. The course is 10-00016 Academic English. So welcome again, and I hope that you will stay and learn with me. See ya. Hey, it's me again, Mr. Jamar Largo de la Cruz, and welcome to Academic English. This is week 9 to 10. So let's continue. For the objectives of this unit, by the end of this unit, you will be able to understand relations between parts of text, use a variety of strategies for listening to a presentation, use visual effectively, plan structures, and give a clear presentation. Notice particular features of abstracts from different fields of studies. Hold on for a while. Moving on, let's go now to reading. Before we are going to read, do you read popular science articles? Why? And then on what occasions? That's great. Now, let's proceed to the unit 2 of reading popular science articles. Reading focus 1 is the reading material below contains 8 passages from 2 popular science articles. Read passages A to H quickly and match them to the article titles 1 and 2. Number 1 article is Atheists Turn to Science During Times of Stress. And number 2, take a peek inside the brain's filing cabinet. So let's see. Now, this is the article A. Take time to read. Very good. Let's continue. Article B. That's great. Article C. Great. And the letter D. We also have the letter E. So again, you can pause the video so that you are going to read it properly, okay? And the letter F and G and letter H. So you can pause it so that you can read it properly. All right, thank you so much. So these are the popular science articles A to H. So the answers for that one a while ago is what I asked you is that the title one, problems with technology in schools, is ABCD. That's the ABCD is number one, and then EFGH is number two. The research agenda for gun violence. Okay, as you can see, they mentioned in the article. Thank you so much for taking time of reading those articles. Work in pairs. I want you to do it with your partner. Note down the main points of each text from activity 2 on the following spidergram. So student A work with text 1 and student B work with text 2. So you answer with who, what, where, how, why, and when. Answer these questions. Make a spidergram. Discuss it with your partner. Very good. So let's proceed. Now, example, this is the answer for the activity. Spidergram text 1. Who? The teachers, the students, administrators, ABC. This is A from ABCD. For what? Computer use in schools. Where? Silicon Valley, California. When? Present study period. Why? Examine technology impact. How? interviews, observations, surveys. Text two, who is the are the researchers, the government and policy makers. What are gun violence research? Where United States, when current research agenda, why reduce gun violence, and how national research studies. Very good. I hope you get that one. So, activity six, research can be divided into three stages, which are planning, process, and results. Again, planning, process, and results. This is the basic, uh, what's this? Stages of the research. So, we have again planning, process, and analyzing results. So read text 1 to 2 again and complete the table with the expressions describing these stages. This is vocabulary focus number 1. So let's see. So this is it. So the research topic, it's in the text 1 is technology used in schools. The text 2, gun violence in the US, where Silicon Valley, California. Text 2, in United States. Method, interviews, observations, surveys, and then for text 2 is national research agenda. Participants for text 1, ABCD, are teachers, students, and administrators. The participants for text 2, which is EG, ABCD, EGF, FGH, are the researchers and policymakers. The purpose of text 1 is study classroom technology use, and for text 2 the purpose is reduce gun violence, which is we knew that in United States they are allowing people to carry their guns, so long as it is licensed, and so long as it is licensed. So you can bring your gun, you can carry your gun, but that is so dangerous. Once you have weapon with you, our guns, and um, being hot tempered will, with you, so it's so dangerous. But that's only a comment of mine, or on my own opinion. All right. So for Unit 2, the popular science article, skim the article below and summarize it in one or two sentences. So let's read an article. Your task is to skim the article and then summarize it for one or two sentences. All right. So Barack Obama asked for a new agenda for research into curbing gun violence and so on. This is the article. And let's summarize this. Okay, article number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 3 until number 3. So for summary, for summarizing it, the 1 to 2 sentences. For text 1, the research shows that even though schools of computers, teachers and students do not always use them widely. Traditional teaching practices still influence how technology is used in classrooms. Text 2, the article purposes a research agenda to study gun violence in the United States and encourages scientific research to help develop effective prevention policies. So these are the summary for the text 1 and text 2. So as a follow-up for reading, I wanted to search online for a recent popular science article and summarize its contents. Again, as you can see, we have a lot of things going on in this part. So example for this, you're going to summarize like what I did in this sentence for this article, like this one. So I wanted to research online for a recent popular science article and summarize its contents. Okay, so thank you so much. Let's proceed now to listening. So before you read a text, ask and answer the following questions. Are you reading only for general content, for data, for specific information, or for general thematic concerns? For arguments that support or contest your thesis in a writing assignment, for information that you know you'll need for an assignment, or for information you get thinking about what you'll need. All right. So, what three golden rules of research ethics did the presenter in lesson 2 I mentioned last time is in his presentation, or he mentioned in the presentation what I discussed to you last time? What do you think of them? Okay, you are going to listen to a speaker talking about some reasons for unethical behavior in research. What do you think he will mention? So let's listen that one. Okay, the three golden rules of research, according to what we've listened. Research ethics did the presenter mention? What do you think of them? Possible golden rules: be honest in research. In researching, you have to be honest because there are a lot of things that you cannot plagiarize everything. Okay, you have to at least no, you can at least read and then get the idea, but do not copy it because it is not yours. Okay, do not plagiarize. Do not falsify that data. Give proper credit to the sources. Okay, I think these rules are very important because they help keep research trustworthy and fair. What do you think the speaker will mention about unethical behavior in research? The speaker may mention pressure from companies, desire for money or funding, competition between researchers, conflicts of interest. Listen to short extracts from the presentation and check the phrases you hear. Okay, let's listen.
Track 63.
1.
Well, there can be conflicts of interest.
2.
And there are cases which finish in lower courts because of this.
3.
So there are commercial interests.
4.
And there is, and many of you are aware of this in the audience, in academic settings there is a pressure to publish all the time.
5.
So, these are some of the issues that challenge us as academics and as lecturers.
6.
They may be attracted by the money.
That is great. Thank you. So the answer for that one is B. Well, 2A in law courts. 3C, there are. 4B, many of you are aware of this. 5C, some of the issues. And C, they may be attracted by the money. Read the unfinished sentences and guess how they might end in the presentation. Then listen to the whole sentences and check your ideas. So they have here unfinished sentence. So I want you to complete after listening it. All right, let's go.
Track 64.
1.
Why are researchers sometimes tempted to be unethical?
2. Well, there can be conflicts of interest. 3.
And in most countries, in Russia, in Britain, in the United States, big corporations sponsor research and they pay researchers.
4.
And sometimes the big corporations want certain results to be found by the research and to be proved by the research.
5.
The researchers may want the money.
6.
And they may be tempted to push the research results towards what the big corporations want.
7. On the other hand, they lose their honesty. 8.
They lose the respect of others if they do this.
9.
And there are cases which finish in lower courts because of this.
Okay. Activity 4. Why are researchers sometimes tempted to behave unethically? There can be conflicts of interest in research, just in most countries. In Russia, in Britain, in the United States, big corporations fund research projects, and sometimes the big corporations want certain results from the research. The researchers may want funding or career success. They may be tempted to change or hide research results. On the other hand, they lose reputation, they lose the respect of other researchers and the public, and there are cases which finish in law courts. So these are the unfinished sentence. Now it's complete based from the listening that we've listened a while ago. Hold on for a while. Okay. Now let's go to the next slide. So, listening for specific information. I want you to do this one. What reasons for unethical behavior? Okay, listen for specific information. Think about what you heard in activity 4 and answer the questions 1 and 2. What reasons for unethical behavior in research does the speaker mention? What sort of unethical behavior can this result in? Number 1, what reasons? Pressure from companies. Number 2, desire for money or funding. Conflicts of interest. Number 2, what sort of unethical behavior is that? Changing of research results. This is the thing. If you are going to publish articles, you should not do this one. Hiding important information or publishing misleading findings. This is the worst, the last one. So we should be careful. Publishers there, researchers, please be careful when you are going to publish your articles. Work in groups A, B, and C. Listen to another part of the presentation and answer the questions. Group A, what new reasons for unethical behavior in research does the speaker mention here? Group B, what example of unethical behavior does the speaker focus on this part? Group C, make notes on what the speaker says about this example of unethical behavior. So you are going to listen to another part of the presentation and answer the questions below. Okay, so let's listen. Very good. So the answer for that while we're listening, Group A, competition between researchers and pressures to publish results. Group B, falsifying or manipulating research data. Group C, some researchers change results to satisfy sponsors. This damages scientific credibility and it can lead to legal problems and lose of reputation. That's the problem, and that is the answers for the listening for activity 6. I wanted to work with your friend or with your partners. Look at slides A to C on page 118 a while ago as we discussed. How can the slides be improved? Use the slides checklist to guide you. Use phrases from the language support boxes. The checklist actually is on page 121. Okay. Support boxes and opinions on page 109 and agreement and disagreement on page 3 to help your discussion. In my opinion, there's too much information on one slide. It's worth having 3 slides. Okay. In my opinion. So the tip for this one is that if you have several slides related to the same topic, repeat the heading on each slide. You may also need to number the slides in case the audience would like you to go back to a certain slide. So just like I did, I put speaking, listening, writing. That's the heading so that when you are going to go back, you can see that you are in the speaking part or listening part or writing part or the reading part. So you can write the heading or any title that you want to write when you are going to write your presentation. So moving on, moving on about this thing. So A, B, and C. Work in pairs. Look at the slides A to C. Okay, this one. All right. Now, while looking at that one, how can the slides be improved? Use the slides checklist to guide you in page 121. Use phrases from the language support boxes on opinions on 109. So, for my opinion, there is too much information on the slide. It is worth having 3 slides, okay? If you have several slides related to the same topic, repeat the heading on each slide. Just like this, like you put the title so that the audience or the readers can see which slide are they so that they can follow. So these are the slides, okay? So TLS and figures. Did you see? There are so many information here, okay? Letter B, marketing strategy, so much information. Globalization and job creation also, so much information, and it's too much graphic, okay? So make it simple as possible too. So plan a 5-minute presentation with the use of slides. Choose from the options below. Number 1, a short presentation on a subject of your choice. It's your choice. Or you will choose number 2, the beginning of your final presentation. Okay? You can do this one. All right. Let's continue now. Make a maximum of 5 slides to support your presentation. Include the name of your presentation, an overview of the presentation, at least one main body slide, and a conclusion slide. One of the most typical mistakes many presenters make is to put too much words on a slide. Use keywords. Do not read the text from the slides. Talk to the audience. This is what I'm talking to you a while ago. When you are going to make a presentation, do not put a lot of words unless it is about reading when you are going to present articles. But if you are going to present, you are going to discuss something, you are going to teach them, just write the simple words only, okay? Do not write everything in then you not read. You have to explain as well, because that is how you, because after all, as what I've told you, you should give copies to us, or you should give the presentation to us. We don't need to attend the seminar or the training, because you're only reading your slides, so that is not good. As much as possible, let the audience read it, and then you will discuss. Do not read everything there. You should memorize your slides. Work in pairs. Complete the facts below about the human body using the numbers from activity 9. So this is the activity. Some interesting facts about the human body. So we have 1 to 11. We have to answer that one. Okay, I will give you time, and then you start now. All right, so this is the answer. So activity 10, some interesting facts about the human body. Nerve impulses to and the form of brain travels as fast as 170 miles per hour. The storage capacity of the brain in electronic terms is between 3 or even 1,000 terabytes. 75% of the brain is water. The human body is 60,000 miles of blood vessels. Sneezes regularly exceed 100 miles per hour. That's so fast. Your nose can remember 50,000 different scents. Wow. It takes 17 muscles to smile and 43 to frown. So if you are always frowning, this is so much fun, right? If you're always frowning, you are moving your muscles 43, and smiling is only 17. So which is better? I think frowning is good because it can exercise your muscle, but of course smiling is better, because smiling makes you feel being around you, the vibes, the people around you will be feeling happy as well. So bone has been found to have a tensile strength of 24,000 pounds per square inch, while steel is much higher at 70,000 psi. The feet account for 1/4, 25% of all human body's bones. 300 million cells die in human body every minute. All right, let's go. Work in pairs again and swap your diagrams. Try to describe your partner's visual. Use phrases from the language support box below. Here it is. Language support, referring to visuals. If you look at the figure, so you're going to use this one to speak when you're going to present a figure or something like drawing or tables or charts somehow. So as can be seen in the chart, the horizontal axis represents, so these are the phrases or the words or the clauses that you're going to use in presenting your presentation using these transitions. All right, so that's the end of speaking. Now let's proceed to writing. Fill in the gaps in the abstract in activity 12 with a suitable linking word or phrase. So phrases again, why we are using this, because these words are essential in making an abstract, because I'm leading you to write an abstract in the article. So you're going to use this kind of transitions so that you will be guided. Okay, transitions are very useful since it will be your guide to write, because you will know what first and then what second, third, and last. All right, so we have here also, however, as a result, secondly, initially, thirdly, in contrast. But there is one extra words which you do not use. Okay, the I think I will not use here in contrast, because I have however already. As a result is very important here. Finally and overall. Correct logical order to use in abstract research is initially, like firstly, secondly, thirdly, however, as a result, then also, finally, and overall. So this is actually the usual order of the abstracts in research. So match the highlighted words in the abstract to their synonyms 1 to 10 below. 1. Assumed. 2. Influences. 3. Communication. 4. Improved. Made better. And then became higher. Aim. Given to. Parts. And 10. Study. So assumed is supposed. Okay. This is the synonyms. Assumed, you supposed. Influences, effects. Communication, interaction. Improved, made better, enhanced. Will probably have, is likely to have. Became higher, increased. Aim, objective. Given to, conducted among parts. Aspect, study, or research. Okay? These are the synonyms of the highlighted words in the article. So complete the sentences below with the highlighted words, phrases from the abstracts. So we have 1 to 10 here again, and then I'll give you the answers for that. So these are the answers from number 1 to 10. Number 1, the main purpose of the article is to describe the enhanced procedure of the research. Number 2, the article is motivated by a series of experiments. And then on the interaction, previous research indicates that the tension between and so on. All right, so I hope we have the same answer. All right, so describing research, think about the research you are carrying out or have already completed. Finish the sentences below to describe it. So if you are not having a research yet, you can read and then describe using this one. Okay. So based from what you have understood, or you may watch a video, search for how did they do it. So please do this activity. And this is the answer. The what's this? Describing the research, the sample answers. Okay. You can write something like this. We conducted a study of students' learning behavior in online classes. Numerous research in the area show that digital tools improve learning efficiency. Our objective was to examine how technology affects students' participation. Firstly, a questionnaire was used. Secondly, student performed data was examined. In addition, differences between groups were demonstrated. Overall, technology improved participation and motivation. Finally, the following conclusion was drawn. Digital learning tools can significantly support modern education. For lesson 2 writing, abstracts from different fields of study. So we're going to be exposed now the abstracts of different fields of study. Observe how they are writing their abstracts, and these are from different fields of study. So let's start now. There are 8 words connected with the abstracts hidden below. Work in pairs to find them and say what each word means. So word search puzzle, words find a grid including examples such as results, abstract, background, conclusions, and others. So spot the difference, match abstracts A to C to 1 to 3. Number 1, pure science, 2, social science, and 3, humanities. Let's read now. Letter A, this is the article A. In this article, I consider whether Hegel is a naturalist. Okay, and then please read. Good. Let's proceed now to letter B. This research assess phonological and morphological awareness. Abstract B. Abstract C, a process capable of producing large amounts of energy by a nuclear fusion process between nickel and hydrogen. All right, correct answers. Exercise 2, match abstracts to fields. Pure science is C. Social science is B, and humanities is abstract A. A discusses philosophy and Hegel, humanities. B studies the dyslexic students, and for social sciences, and then discusses nuclear fusion experiment for pure science. Read the abstracts again and match them to statements 1 to 8. So let's read again the ABC. So we have here the abstract 1 includes the following parts: aims and results. Okay. 2 includes the following parts: aims, approach, conclusion. Number 3 includes the following parts: aim, approach, results, conclusion. And 4, and so on. This is the answer now. Includes Number 1 includes aims, results is B. Aims, approach, conclusion, it's A again. Aims, approach, results, conclusion is B. We are talking about aims, approach, and conclusion because this is the basic target to have the abstract. So you have aims, the approach, and the conclusion. As simple as that. And then discussion, approach of well-known theorist, that's A. A is, what is letter A? Humanities, okay, social science and pure science. So A is humanities, social science, and pure science is C. All right. In the abstract, find words phrases similar in the meaning to different definitions. So let's see the answer. All right. I think about, consider, that's in letter A. In connection with something, with respect to, it's A. And so on. All right. Thank you so much. That would be all for today. This is the end of this is the end of week 9 to 10. All right. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you are learning, and see ya.